Hey, Mrs. Peterson here, and I'm going to be showing you now how to uh, go ahead and do leading and then the last few things on this project before you turn it in. So I went ahead and I kerned eventually and mostly, and I capitalized mostly just because I wanted to kind of look fun that way. Because I want to highlight those two words. While I was off the video, I made a text box for eventually, I made a text box for mostly, and I also made a text box for Minions, The Rise of Gru, because I thought I might need to do that separately, but we'll see. I'm kind of going. So the next thing is called leading, but in Canva, they're going to call it let's see, this up and down spacing. They're going to call it line spacing. Of course, we can't see anything. Hold on. Let me move this a little to the, I'm going to move it so we can see it as I do it. Maybe I have to make it bigger in order to move it. No. Okay, I'll move it down. Let's see. So I want to grab these words and change the line spacing. I will tell you right now the easiest leading, the lead for line spacing, see line spacing, is I can make them close together or I can make them farther apart, but that's only doing that one, the one big text box, okay? And the assignment says make two different types of leading, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. They're calling line spacing leading here. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and move mostly down. And the way that I'm going to change it, so this is all the same leading. You could say this is a little bit different leading down here because there's a difference between the line of mine and Minions. Let's see. I'm going to go back into leading and make it a little bit smaller right there. And then you can actually see that there's more leading between the word Minions and mind. And then eventually is its own text box, so I actually can do something with that. Here. Oh, I got it. I don't know. Oh, I know what I can do. I can take that comma out there and put it in this text box. Eventually, Bob's energy and enthusiasm, but mostly lack of other volunteers, changed Kevin's mind. Okay, so now I have done the leading, which is the line spacing. I've done the kerning, which is at least two words where the letters are separate, and I did that. And then it says at least two words should be bold or italicized. Well, I bolded everything up here except these down here. So let's see what happens if I italicize this word. Italicize. But mostly lack of other volunteers. Eventually, Bob's energy and enthusiasm, but mostly lack of other volunteers, changed Kevin's mind. So at least two words should be bold or italicized, and at least two words should be in a different font. Okay, so I could go to these words and change them. I think I want to leave mostly like that, but I'm going to try a different font with this one. So I'm going to go over here, and if you have a sans serif font, then you need a serif font or you need a decorative font. So I can type in a word. I can type serif here. Serif fonts, and all these serif fonts will come up, so I could try a serif font and see what that looks. I don't like it at all. I'm probably going to go with something decorative. Let's see, eventually, see, I want it to be bolder, something looking different. Eventually, that's not bad, it's just not very big. What about this one? Eventually, I can make it smaller. Let's see what happens. Eventually, that's not bad. It is all caps. Anyway, you're going to go through and find something that's different from these. So again, these have no serifs, and this one has tiny little serifs you can barely see, or some sort of decorative font. So let's see if we can write decorative. I spell it wrong. Decorative. So I click on decorative, and then all these random fonts should come up. Eventually, that's not bad. I'm kind of wanting something thick is what I'm feeling. No. Okay, here I am just playing. I'm looking kind of for something thick. Nope. I kind of like that one I just already had. It's probably what I'm going to go back to. And you don't want something you can't read. Eventually. What's this one? Nope. Again, you're just going to play around with it till you find something that you like. And I might have to change the size, and that's okay. You know, to be honest, I really liked that one kind of at the top. What was it? Maybe this notable? No. Second time's a chance. Oh. All right, I'm going to go offline. I'm going to pick my 2 different fonts, and then I'll come back for the last video. I love you. I miss you already. Go out and change your world for the better.